Good morning. This is Professor Anderson with a little bit of feedback for your writing assignment number 3, the rough draft, or the memo to a decision maker, the rough draft of writing assignment number 3. So what I want to share with you first is that I notice you are following that template, and that is awesome. It's very important to follow the template for, especially for a business memo. There are several types of business writings that have very specific formats and formulas to follow, and the memo is one of them. You'll also notice that the research-based report is another example of that type of business writing that needs to be followed precisely. So let's take a look at what's happening in each one of these areas and the type of information that needs to be included. So I pulled up um, uh, the sample memo for writing assignment number 3. And you'll notice this summary tells the problem. The front office is busy. It sees a lot of patients and they have to check in and that for surgery, and that information needs to be gathered accurately, and it's all on paper and it's not working. In your summary, I need to know what is the problem. As I read through it, are you talking about one specific conference, one specific conversation? Are you talking about the conversations between different task forces or different teams in your office on a regular basis? So perhaps, because what I'm reading down here is that during A phase of the project, I've noticed Team A blamed Team B for not listening to verbal instructions. Team B claimed that they were. So this sounds like one specific situation. Versus a larger problem, like something that is consistently happening that you're noting. And I'm reading both of those. Which one is it? So what I recommend that you do is to, say monitoring, tracking, documenting the conversation between teams is, is not apparent or not taken into consideration at this time. The information passed between Team A and Team B through the duration of a project is critical and crucial. Documenting that information is key to a project's success. Implementing a digital, I think that's what you have here. Down here you have in the recommendations, right? Implementing a critical, implementing a learning management system or a method of documenting such communications will increase the profit line and timeline for project management. With your permission, I am requesting permission to interview or further conduct primary research on this issue. So the summary says we have a problem. This is the problem. It's a suggestion might be this, and I'd like to conduct some research to make certain this is a correct avenue. I pulled up the sample paper to show you that's what this sample summary has done. Here's our problem. Here's what it causes. This might be a solution, but I'd like to research to make sure that that works. Now, similarly, as we go through the rest, what you want here, I'm not sure if this is, you want to be general of what that problem is. You want to share the secondary research. This is the research that you conducted using UMUC OneSearch. So what do scholars show about documenting information between teams in project management? And then what kinds of primary recommendations or primary research would you like? This is not your primary, you're not recommending here. You're going to tell what kind of research you're going to do. Are you going to do surveys? Are you going to interview? Are you going to take pictures of the types of, are you going to show the graphs of like money lost during different projects? Are you going to show the number of instances where information between teams was not shared accurately? So you want to detail the type of primary research that you would conduct, and then how would the company benefit from that? And then in the end, you're not proposing a recommendation, you're asking for permission to conduct that primary research. Above all, I recommend, let me pull up this real quickly. Here's our class. Oh, my computer's taking a long time. Come on. I'm sorry to use up this. I have one. There we go. And I apologize again. This is taking a long time. Oh boy. So I'm recommending, here's our class right here. This is what I recommend. Oh boy, it's taking a long time. Go to my tools. Oh, sorry. Go to resources. Go to resources. Go to the Effective Writing Center. And in that writing center, when you go scroll down, go to submit your paper. These are writing advisors, just like what the guest lecturer we had in week 3, excuse me. You can create an opportunity to meet with a writing advisor. You can submit your paper for suggestions. They have all of the criteria that you need and that you've been given for each of your papers. I would highly recommend submitting your paper to the Writing Center to ask for additional feedback. And I look forward to reading your final copy.